Hello and welcome to today's video. Today is my latest installment in my deep dive into the 2024 presidential elections. This video focuses on the state of Kentucky. Kentucky at the presidential level has been a solid Republican state for the last few election cycles, and 2024 is looking like it is going to be once again. In this video, I will break down some of the past election cycles and also some polling data and give you some key counties to watch for on election night for the state of Kentucky. Kentucky in 2020 voted for Donald Trump with a margin of victory of 25.9% of the vote. In 2016, Donald Trump won the state of Kentucky by 29.8% of the vote. And in 2012, Mitt Romney, the Republican nominee, won the state of Kentucky by 22.7% of the vote. As for current polling data from 2024, I was unable to find any polling averages for the state of Kentucky, so we will not be able to factor that in to our state prediction when it comes time to make that. But so we'll be going mainly off of election results from the past and the range data we collect. But we'll get more into that later on in the video. As for the national vote, in 2020, Joe Biden won the popular vote by 4.4%. 2016, Hillary Clinton won it by 2.1%. And in 2012, Barack Obama won it by 3.9%, leading to an average of 3.5% across the last three election cycles. In 2024, the current head-to-head polling between Donald Trump and Kamala Harris has Harris leading the head-to-head popular vote by 1.6%. If that does happen on Election Day, Harris will finish behind 2016's Hillary Clinton at 2.1%, where Clinton won the popular vote but lost the Electoral College. Harris would finish even more behind that, which could potentially show some troubling signs for her come Election Day and her chances on the electoral map. But Kentucky and its vote compared to the national vote, in 2020, Kentucky's margin of victory was 30.3% more Republican than the popular vote of the country. In 2016, Kentucky voted 31.9% more Republican than the popular vote of the country. In 2012, Kentucky voted 26.6% more Republican than the popular vote of the country, leading to an average across the last three elections of 29.6% more Republican than the popular vote for the entire country. Looking at some forecasters and their analysis for Kentucky, Real Clear Politics has this state as solid Trump. Sabado's Crystal Ball has it as safe Trump. Inside Elections has it as solid Trump. Decision Desk HQ in The Hill has it as safe Trump. And Cook Political Report has it as solid Trump. No surprise here, Kentucky, a very solid Republican state at the presidential level, is fully expected to be one once again. As for some key counties I'm watching for, there aren't many competitive counties in the state of Kentucky, aside from Franklin County being the real one competitive one where Frankfort is. So I'm focusing on the biggest population centers throughout the state in another county of Woodford, which could potentially be a little bit competitive. So Jefferson County, this is where the city of Louisville is. In 2012, it voted for Barack Obama by 11.1%. In 2016, it voted for Hillary Clinton by 13.3%. And in 2020, it voted for Joe Biden by 20.1%. This will be the largest vote basket votes for the Democrat for Kamala Harris on election night 2024. Franklin County, this is where Frankfort, the capital of Kentucky, is. In 2012, it voted for Barack Obama by 0.8%. In 2016, Donald Trump won it by 4.6%. And in 2020, it was won by Donald Trump by just 1%. So it swung about 3.6% from 2016 to 2020. I'm watching this one closely, especially as Kentucky is one of the earliest states to have its polls close on election night. I am watching this county because I think this could be a sign at maybe how Trump and Harris are performing in key areas and suburban areas like Franklin on election night and may have down ballot effects on other states. Fayette County, where Lexington is, was Democrat plus 1 in 2012 for Obama, Democrat plus 9.5 in 2016 for Clinton, and Democrat plus 20.8 in 2020 for Joe Biden. I'm watching this one. I expect it to be a big Democratic vote percentage for Kamala Harris, but I'm watching the margins to see if there's any signs that could be indicative of how the election might go throughout the night. And lastly, Woodford County was an 18.9% win in 2012 for Romney, 20.2% win for Trump in 2016, but only a 12-point win for Trump in 2020. Still a big win, but a drop of about 8 percentage points. I'm watching Woodford to see if there's another vote drop in favor of the Democratic direction that might hurt Trump's numbers in this county. I fully expect Trump will win this county, but by how much is what I'm most interested in. Looking at Kentucky's map statewide, in 2020, Trump got 62.1% of the statewide vote. Joe Biden got 36.2%. Jefferson County, where Louisville is, got 59.1 to 39 for Biden, 39 for Trump. Woodford was 55 for Trump, 42.9 for Biden. Franklin, where Frankfurt is, was 49.5 for Trump, 48.5 for Biden. And Fayette, where Lexington is, was 59.3 for Biden, 238.6 for Trump. That was 2020. That was Kentucky. Now looking at 2016, where Trump versus Clinton was 62.5 for Trump, 32.7 for Clinton. Jefferson, where Louisville is, once again, was 54.1 for Clinton to 40.7 for Trump. Woodford, 56.8 for Trump, 36.6 for Clinton. Franklin, 49.5 for Trump, 44.9 for Clinton. And Fayette, 51.2 for Clinton, 41.7 for Trump. Now looking at the 2012 map, Mitt Romney got 60.5% of the statewide vote. Barack Obama got 37.8%. Jefferson was 54.8 to 43.7, 54.8 being Obama, 43.7 being Romney. Woodford, 58.5 for Romney, 39.6 for Obama. Franklin, 49.4 for Obama, 48.6 for Romney. Fayette, 49.3 for Obama, 48.3 for Romney. So those are the maps across the last 3 elections for Kentucky. Not a ton of movement in terms of counties really flipping directions and how they vote. There's a lot of smaller Republican rural counties in Kentucky that always vote Republican, so there's not really many opportunities for Democrats to gain in these counties at the presidential level. The governor's races is a different story, but at the presidential level, things in Kentucky have been pretty consistent across the last 12 years. Looking at the parties now and looking at the recent election history data and trying to predict the range for 2024, in 2020, Donald Trump got 62.1% of the vote. 2016, he got 62.5%, and in 2012, Mitt Romney got 60.5% of the vote. So the estimated range for 2024, taking the high end of 62.5 minus the low end of 60.5, getting 2% solution, taking that 2 and adding and subtracting to the high and low ends, got a low point for the Republican of 58.5, high point of 64.5, barring a complete and total polling miss. On election night, I am very confident Donald Trump's numbers in Kentucky will fall somewhere between 58.5 and 64.5. And it's also worth noting the average of election results across the last 3 elections in Kentucky was 61.7%. On the Democratic side now, in 2020, Joe Biden got 36.2%. 2016, Hillary Clinton got 32.7%. And in 2012, Barack Obama got 37.8%, by far the best of the Democrat in the last 3 elections. Doing another range of 37.8 minus 32.7, that got in a solution of 5.1, so it's going to be a larger range. Where in the low end, Democrats got 27.6%, the high end of 42.9%. And on average, across the last 3 elections, the Democrats got 35.6% of the vote. With all that, my prediction for the state of Kentucky, and its 8 electoral votes, I project will be won by Donald Trump. And I project Trump will get 61.9% of the vote. Kamala Harris will get 36.3% of the vote. Trump goes down by 0.2% from 2020. As from 2016 to 2020, Trump went down by 0.4%. So I think he goes down another 0.2%. Not as big, but does go down a little bit. Where Harris gets some of that vote and goes up by 0.1%. The rest of that vote that Trump lost will be going to a third-party candidate. The margin of victory for Trump in the state of Kentucky is 25.6%. Still a very massive, handily won Republican state for Donald Trump, and 8 electoral votes added to his total. So looking at the 2024 electoral map, after I filled in the state of Kentucky for Donald Trump and every state I've previously done for Trump, right now I have Trump at 164 electoral votes, Kamala Harris at 126. And I'll continue to do every single state leading up until Election Day. The next state I have coming up will be the state of Indiana, and it's 11 electoral votes, so please remember to stay tuned for that, especially if you enjoy this video. In the meantime, please enjoy this sneak peek of my 2024 full election night prediction, where I go over the poll closings for the state of Kentucky and the projection I make in Kentucky. Please enjoy. We've arrived at 7 o'clock on the East Coast, and we are getting our first round of presidential poll closings of the night in the following states. The very important battleground state of Georgia, Indiana, Kentucky, South Carolina, Vermont, and Virginia. And with that, the polls have officially closed, and we can now make our first projections of the night. And the first state call we can make for the election, we have the state of Kentucky with its 8 electoral votes. we can project the state will be won by Donald Trump. The home state of Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell and current Democratic Governor Andy Beshear. Tonight, Kentucky goes for Donald Trump. That will do it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please remember to give it a like. And if you really liked it, please remember to click the subscribe button. And make sure you turn post notifications on so you always get notified when I post a new video. That way you never miss one. Also, please remember to share this video with your friends and family if you really like the video. And remember to stay tuned because I'll be posting at least one video every single day leading up until Election Day, so I'd really appreciate it if you keep coming back and watching those videos. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in a future video.